What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Mic check, mic check. How's everybody doing? Answering people's questions regarding what camera they should buy, what lens they should buy. If you have any questions regarding gear, microphones, lights, content creation, let me know. What's up, everybody? Genesis, what's up? YouTube is not working. What about this one? Hello, YouTube. That one is working. What about TikTok? TikTok working? TikTok is working. All right. Aspire Graphics, Genesis, Sam, how's it going? How are ya? Question from TikTok. What's up, man? Daily inspirational quotes. Which lens is better to buy for the Canon R7 RF 85? Ooh, what do you do, bro? Hey, what are your thoughts on the Sony 70 to 350? I'm not familiar with that lens. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Why not? It's a variable aperture lens. It's a little bit slower than I'd like it to be. It's a variable aperture lens. It's a pretty decent price though. It's good enough to get you started, get you going, but I wouldn't hang my hat on this lens. Not bad though. 70 to 350, hell yeah. For portrait, if you want a portrait lens, just remember though that the 85 millimeter on the R7, you got to multiply the crop factor. Are you familiar with what a crop factor is? So if we take a calculator and we add 85 times 1.6, it's going to give you an actual focal range of 136, which is like, that's pretty crazy. That's a pretty crazy. The 85, I recently sold mine. I had an 85 f1.2 and I recently sold it. Because I only do portraits like a couple times a year. What 70 to 200 EF do you recommend? The Canon one. If you can afford the Canon one, that's the one I'd get. For sure. Christy, what's up, Christian? The R50? R50V is great, bro. I got two of those bad boys. Do you recommend the Tamron E-mount 150 to 500? I've never used that lens. Let's check it out. Is it a variable aperture lens? Probably. It looks pretty legit. Yeah, 5F. It's a little slower, but what are you using it for? Sports, field sports. I want to start photography. I have an offer for a secondhand Sony a7 II with a 50. 375 is legit, man. How much is 375 euros? Anything less than 500 is like, I'm not even too worried about it, you know? Guys, if you guys are just hanging out, if you're new here, welcome in. We're just answering as many questions as possible. It's a little high. It's a little high. I'd like it to be under 400. Chester, my guy, man. I have a new video for your exclusive previewing, sir. Yeah, is it on YouTube? Yeah, let's check it out. We'll check out a little bit of it. If it's not on YouTube, it needs to be on YouTube, bro. We got to get these videos out publicly. Planes and other stuff. Yeah, man. Sounds good. Got rid of my Sony for a Fuji, but I want a small cam for vid. So looking at the R50V. R50V's legit, dude. Andrew, what's up, broski? Where can I buy a used FX30? I'm not sure what country you're in, man. Chester, I'm only gonna be reviewing stuff on your YouTube channel, broski. That's the way that I'm gonna do things moving forward, is they gotta be publicly available for the, on YouTube. But I read all about bad focus. Is it something you can outmaster? Nah, if the lens has bad focus, that it's just slower, you know. What lens were you looking at? The Tamron 150? Is that it, Bess? Oh, the A7 II? Yeah, how come it's not public? Is it worth upgrading from a 5D Mark III to an R6 Mark I? What's wrong with your 5D Mark III? I'm looking at your channel, bro. You haven't posted in a while. Did your priorities change? But what about the 85 goes on the R7? Is it shakes? Is it shakes? The RF is IS, maybe not a lot of shake. Not really. I mean, are you doing portraits handheld? I'm more concerned about the focal distance of like 85 to like 136 minutes. That's like really punched in. If you have the Canon R50, you could take it with your hand to see how big it is. I'm using it as a webcam right now. I have it up here. I use that as a webcam. It's pretty small though. It's a pretty small camera. A bit more work. Oh, bro, if you've been busy, bro. Yeah, I get it. If you're busy, you're busy, man. Busy's good as long as you're doing something. As long as you're doing something. Getting some comments over on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? I do weddings and events, and I feel like he is old. The AF is slow, and I like the loose moments. Okay. Yo, hear me out. In like a year, when I can afford it, I'm trying to upgrade from a Canon R10 to a Canon C50. I can imagine what your reaction will be. I own both of those cameras, the R10 and the C50. They're pretty nice, man. I mean, they're very different cameras. I'm shooting a whole documentary for national television soon, so that is one of the big ones I'm prepping for. Sick, bro. Bro, you need to be making content about that, man. Canon EF, the EF version? Yeah. The EF version is legit. It's a lot cheaper than the RF. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, again, just keep it, as long as you're cool with the crop factor, it's 136. I rented the R10 yesterday for a job and was surprised how good that small yeah, it's a little camera. It's a little rinky dinky camera. It's good though. $1,000, $800, you can find it. I'm selling my R10 actually. I'm selling my R10 with a lens, a cage, and a flash. What are your thoughts on the FX2? Good deal at 2K. Is that how much the FX2 costs? 2K? Really? Doesn't sound right. Is that right? Did you find a deal on it somewhere? If it's at 2K, yeah, that's a pretty decent price. Is it used? Prime deal like Amazon? Sounds like a scam. I'd be careful with Amazon. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I only see two here. $2,300. The R10 just doesn't have enough video features that I need now. Yeah, that's true. The R50V, I would check out the R50V. That's the one that I like. Is the ZV-E10 a good starter camera? I don't like the original ZV-E10. The ZV-E10 2 is a lot better, in my opinion. I thought about the R. No, I would get the R8. The sound band. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Oops, I thought about the R6V, but I think the C50 will fit my workflow. I have better. What's your workflow? I have both of those cameras too. I have the C50 right here. No, this is the R6V. Pretty legit. Thought this girl at the charging station was cute. Gonna try and talk to her, but then she started go live on YouTube and started yelling. Yelling at her TikTok truck saying, "You want to see me crash out?" It's better that you dipped out, bro. R6V looks nice. R6V is legit, bro. I work on more native films. What does that mean, native films? As a starter, which one will you recommend? Starter for what? For photography, video? What are you trying to do, buddy? What are you trying to do? Both photography and videography. What's your budget? I bought a new camera last week. Ooh, nice. You got a G7? Fantastic, dude. What's a G7? What is that, Lumix? How much did you spend on it? One of these guys? Why did you buy this? It was cheap. It was cheap, 16 millimeters, 4K cam. Okay, yeah, legit. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty inexpensive. Pretty inexpensive. How is it so far? Is it better, or is it like, does it compare to your the one you already have? Or is it an upgrade, or is it a downgrade? Or is it micro? You love your micro four thirds, bro. 16 megapixels live MOS sensor. Is the Sony a6000 a good start? Yeah. Most cameras are whatever you can afford. Just use whatever you can afford, really. I'm a student in Chicago and I've been working with higher end cameras like the C80, Pixel 6. Hoping to use a couple of reds this year, so I want to get something that will hold its own. Got it. The R6V is legit. The C50 is legit. You know, but if you already have experience with, it looks like you have experience with Canon and Pixis. So what is that? Blackmagic? Is Blackmagic Pixis? Blackmagic Pixis? I would stick to something that you already know, you know? So the C50 would be great. I know it's pretty expensive. The R10 just ain't it, even with all the stuff I have on my rig. No, the R10 is definitely, I got the R10 right here as well. The R10 is not a video camera, bro. It's, you should probably pick up an R50V. If you're on a limited budget, an R50V is a lot better. My budget is $1786 US dollars. So that's a very specific number. It's good, man. It only had 6,000 shutter as well. Definitely not an upgrade, but I have had too many people ask me to shoot fixed angles with. Yeah, you need a B cam. You need a B cam, and you also got something in your own ecosystem. So you had the right play, dude. You were thinking about the right way. Is the A7 III worth it with a 28-70 for 1,000? $1,000 sounds pretty cheap. What 28-70 lens is that? Sony 6700. Sony 6700 is legit, bro. Legit. By the way, if you guys are brand new here, welcome in. My name is Vic. We're just answering as many questions as possible regarding camera gear, lenses, content creation. Also, if you have a YouTube channel that we can look at, we'll take a look at it real quick if you have any questions about it. Feel free to ask anything that you'd like to know about down in the chat. If I happen to miss your question, don't be too upset. I probably just missed it. Also, if you're brand new here and you haven't followed, please consider doing so now. For video, the ZV-10 II is good starting point. Can it handle client work? It can. For client work and paid stuff, I usually like to have 2 SD cards though. I just got 300 GM 2.84K brand new, pretty much. Nice, bro. Congratulations. I use the R50V alongside my R10. They are pretty similar in my experience. I just got the R10 when it was still new and I didn't have much experience. So the R50V is significantly better than the Canon R10, especially if you're going to be doing video work. It has a lot more advanced features than the R10 does. So the R50V is significantly better than the R10 for video. Do you think the R50V is good enough if my main focus is video but still want to do photography? Yeah, for sure. R50V is about 90% video. Do you think lens that comes with the f4 is good for street photography? Is the 18 to 105? I think it's probably a variable aperture, right? Yo, actually, you got any notes on my YouTube channel? Yeah, send me your YouTube channel. Which one is it? Lumix S9 body plus small rig grip, 850 on Marketplace in Washington. You should buy it, bro. I have an R6. Nice. Cameron 28 to 200 f2.8 or the Sony E 70 to 250 f4 for sports. 28 to 200, is that right? That doesn't sound right. You gotta remember the last digits, bro. That's a 20. That's a f2.8 to f5.6. And I bet you the 70 to 250 f4.5 is also a variable aperture. I would get whichever ones these numbers are lower. At Roman Fraser. All right, I'll check it out. We'll check it out. Roman Fraser, let's check out your videos. Roman Fraser here has 807 subscribers with 316 videos. Not too bad. Last upload was 9 days ago. Not bad. A pretend cinema camera. Is this it?
Believe it or not, but
let's check it out. Looks legit, dude. I like it. You're getting a sub from me.
Believe it or not, but this is not a cinema camera. In fact, I have my eyes on one, but I'm just not able to get it yet. But no, this is not a cinema camera. But also, if you're curious about the cinema camera that I'm going to buy eventually, unless somebody sponsors me, the camera is the Canon C50. This is my absolute dream camera right now, and for the foreseeable future. But now, even though this is not technically
is that the R10
camera, I am still able to produce an image that looks like this.
Using anamorphic lenses? Is that an anamorphic lens or is that a filter that like flares the lights?
Yeah, you see that? This is all done with the Canon.
Yes, the R10.
R10. That's right. The camera that is powering this rig is the Canon R10. I've talked about this camera in multiple different videos now, but like I've been saying, it's not a cinema camera. It's not even close, actually.
So let me back up out of this. So here's the thing, like, Roman, you're gonna fucking kill it, bro. You're gonna kill it with your YouTube channel. The first 10 minutes, the first couple minutes that I saw of your channel is fantastic. Taking a look at your actual titles and your thumbnails, this is something that I had like a little bit of an issue with when I first got started, and it was more to do with packaging. Packaging is like the biggest thing that you need to concern yourself when you're just getting started. And like, I'm looking at titles right now, not so much thumbnails. Titles and thumbnails. Thumbnails, I put them 3, but number 2 is like indexing, web indexing. So YouTube needs a lot of help for it to properly index your video. So notice right here that all of your videos right here, 88 views, 164 views, 220 views, 338 views. There is a little bit of it's not a coincidence right here that the videos that you actually titled with a product, the Canon R10 is literally in your title right here. And this video is sitting at 1.9 views, which is a 2x outlier for your channel. Also, the video where you named a product, an Amaran P60C, also is outperforming by 0.5x. Anything that you actually used, this one, look at this one, 5.9x. You put actual products in your titles. So that means, so think of it this way, YouTube, as crazy as you want to, like, whatever the fuck you think about YouTube and Google and like consumerism and all that shit, put all that shit and all those thoughts to the side. People go to YouTube and people go to Google to search for specific things. And those specific things have names, titles, product, and category, right? So moving forward, even with these videos, they're really good. I would go back and retitle these. I would go back and retitle these videos and make sure that you actually put like the Canon R10 cinema rig. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll notice, so I tried my best to like practice what I preach. If you go to just my YouTube channel, you'll notice that all of my videos, every single one of them has a product in it. All Canon APS-C cameras, the Canon R7, the Canon R6V, K&F Concept MS1. So these are all, things that is something that will immediately boost up your indexability within Google and YouTube. But that's about it. So let me go to another one that's a little bit let's see, the Canon R10 right here. This one that performed a little bit better. So with that being said, Roman, your channel's gonna kill it, bro. Your channel's gonna absolutely kill it. What do you use? You want to know a pro tip here? I'll give you a pro tip. I'll give you a pro tip. And so that was number one, is go to your other videos and retitle these with whatever it is that you're talking about, whether it's a light, whether it's a technique. Not everything needs to be just understand that, like, if you happen to do a video that doesn't have a product around it, because I'm not telling you that all your videos need to have a product around it, but if you are making a video about a product, make sure that you name the product in the title. Okay, if you have a video that's like the 5 reasons why I procrastinate, and then you try to make this whole cinematic thing as like reason number 1 why I procrastinate, nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody gives a fuck about me and the reasons why I procrastinate, right? So if you want to make those artsy fartsy videos and a little bit more thematic and like, cinematic, feel free, but just understand that those videos, be accepting that those types of videos aren't going to do very well. But that's just the nature of the beast. Number 2, what editing software are you using to edit your videos? Matas Balen Vixis, what's up, buddy? Tay, what's up, Tay? How are you? I think he's using DaVinci Resolve. Maybe, who knows? DaVinci Resolve. All right, so here's a pro tip number 2. All right, grab
actually, but now to
DaVinci Resolve can give you a script, a transcript of your video as a TXT file. Actually, I forget which it is. Whatever transcript or whatever file gives you a transcription with a time code. So what you're looking for is a time code and your transcription. Okay, you take that transcription of your entire video, of this 10-minute video. You following me so far? So you grab your transcription that has, it's either the TXT file or the CR or the SRT file. Andrew, do you know which one has time code? I forget off the top of my head. Grab the one that has time code and then input that into an AI, like your favorite AI, ChatGPT, Claude, or Google, or whatever it is. and then ask it to provide you with export an SRT file. So you need an SRT file. Ask it to provide you with indexable web indexable chapters. And that's going to give you chapters that are titled with whatever it is that you're fucking talking about. And those little time codes are going to be searchable on Google search. And that's how you create chapters for your. So if you go over to my videos, for example, this video is 31 minutes. If you go down to the description right here, I added chapters. And all of these right here, these are little time codes. These are little buttons that when you click on them, it leads you to that part of the video. What I'm trying to say is that this part right here, this is all indexable by Google. So if somebody happens to type in Canon EOS R1, there's a chance that your video might be indexed for that. But overall, man, pretty fucking solid channel, bro. Yeah, you got a sub out of me, man. Yeah, it looked like you're using DaVinci Resolve right here.
Okay, so you were shooting some footage on your Canon camera, Canon R10, whatever, and you shot in HDR PQ, and you don't know how to color grade it. Well, guess what?
All these angles are great, man. That talks to your style.
4-5-ish minutes, because I actually have to leave soon. So this is how you color grade Canon R10 HDR PQ footage.
I love these tube lights.
I'm going to assume that you already downloaded the.
Hello, I'm a sports photographer for being 14. Christian, never mention your age in a chat. If I find out that you're under the age of 18, I will block you. Hola amigo, hace poco conseguí una buena oferta B&H Photo y luego de objetivo Surrey Nightwalker 1675. Era open box, pero están intactos. ¿Los has usado? No he usado esos Nightwalker, yo usé los Sniper. Pero he escuchado buenas cosas. Son se enfocan manual. Sonitas tener cuidado. Yeah, but overall, man,
footage off your camera, off your SD card.
I like your workspace.
And you have it in a file, and you made a file.
I would probably move this PC somewhere else because it's blocking your entire screen.
Okay, well, you made a project folder in DaVinci Resolve. So, first step, done. Second step, bring your footage onto your timeline. Next, after you brought your footage onto your timeline, and you can scrub through it, go to the color tab, press on that. Now here, we're gonna make 2 nodes. We already have 1 node, and we're gonna make 2 more. So go over to your keyboard.
Can you rate the R50 for me as a beginner? R50 is legit, bro. R50 is legit. Yeah, bro, your channel's good, man. You're gonna do just fine, Roman. Do you have any affiliate links? Yeah, bro, this is clear as day. Look, here's another one, 16.9. 12, an outlier score, 1,000.
You know, I have a shoulder rig, and I have a gimbal. What if I try to turn it into one rig? So, I've been doing a little bit of research and a little bit of experimenting. And basically, you guys have already seen my camera setup. I talked to.
Yep, legit. You know how to do this shit, man. Yeah, you need to create more videos. That's about it. Create more. Package them a little bit better. And that's it. That is it. All right. Yeah, GG's. GG's. Where is Roman? If he's in the chat. No, I don't have any affiliate links. Yeah, this workspace is temporary for the summer. I'm back in hometown. I'm coming back to Chicago on the 2nd. Got it. Thank you guys for the help. No, you're gonna kill it, bro. You did it, man. You're doing it. You're fucking doing it. Dude, bro, if you do the 2 things that I said, that I told you to do, you're off to the races, bro. You saw for those two things and it's over. You killed it. That was Roman Frazier on YouTube. GG's. Lifestyle Miss, I want to record talk videos, YouTube, Insta, TikTok, aiming for good short. What entry cam lens suggest? Depends on your budget, buddy. Depends on your budget. He's gonna switch to Sony. He might. A Canon R10 is not a video camera though. Canon R10 is definitely a photo camera. It still works though. Still produces a nice little image, but. $1,200 USD. Let's see. I want to record talking head videos. I would get an R50V, dude. R50V with a 16 millimeter lens. You're good. Christian, what's up, Christian? In your spare time, could you look at my videos and tell me, do you have a YouTube channel? You have double audio coming in? Do I? Did nobody say that? Nobody told me I had double audio. Mic check, mic check. Is that better? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3. How's that? How come nobody told me I had double audio? Mic check, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3. Are we sure that I had double audio? Mic check, mic check. My buddy Andrew was on TikTok. He didn't tell me anything. Are you guys lying to me? You didn't? It's been fine. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, I guess maybe on TikTok I had double audio. Thank you, Chester. Appreciate it. Opinions on the Nikon ZR? I like the Nikon ZR. I was on TikTok. I didn't hear any double audio. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. It was fine for me. Yeah, you're the second person that said it was fine, so. And I know that you would have told me, Andrew. That's why I was like, nah, there's no way, because you would have told me, like, immediately. Appreciate you, fellas. Chester, GG's. Andrew, GG's. Upgrade my kit, 16 to 50 Tamron. Or add Sony 70 to 350 GOSS. Very different lenses for very different purposes, man. It just depends on what you're doing, broski. Still doubled, but we can get used to it. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on TikTok. Everything seems to be working fine on my end. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, not sure. Whoever's saying it's double audio, it's clearly a you issue. I'm in the chat now. Appreciate it, Andrew. Might be me. Hold on. Dude, I get so annoyed with technical issues. Yeah, technical. You know what, man? One of the reasons, Andrew, you know me, bro. One of the reasons that I've been going live for so long, so consistently, is so that I can like get in those reps and like fully understand every technical issue of this setup. That now I'm to a point where I'm like, nah, I haven't changed anything, you know. Yesterday, what I did do something different yesterday with my one GTA stream because I added a new source. Have you guys ever seen these things, by the way? Hold on. You guys ever seen something like this? This is a USB-C device that plugs into basically any USB-C device, like your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, and then it sends a remote signal to an HDMI input. This is what I was doing yesterday to watch the GTA 6 thing. It was just me, so I think it's the music. It's possible. It's possible. Let me see. Wave. Elgato wave. Mic check, mic check. I closed TikTok and reopened it. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. I want the ZV-10 because it's cheap, but I hate the M1 shoe and Sony. So any recommendations? Budget is 600. My recommendation is to save up some more money for the ZV-10 too, bro. Did you look at my TikTok? Just doing YouTube channels, broski. Yeah, I don't pay much attention to short form content. Only because I try my best to focus my attention. I do my best to focus my attention on people that are creating long form content. Short form content is so like is whatever. You know, you guys can make enough content yourself to like get enough reps in. Long form content is where the real value is at. Sony A7 II or 6600. Can you get the 6700? I would probably just get the 67. It's photos anyways. You should not be posting photos on TikTok, bro. Photos go on Instagram. Do you make filming content and picture content? I do mostly on my TikTok. It's mostly gear reviews, talking about products and stuff related to photography and videography. And then on YouTube, I do the same. Every once in a while, I'll put up a personal project, but you know, I'm usually talking about products. Is this a decent setup? Canon 60D with an 18 to 135 STM. The 60D's it's pretty mid, bro. Pretty mid. It's a nice setup to get started with, though. What do you think of sports photography content, and what camera would you recommend? I just started. Sports photography is legit, bro. I would be getting something with a modern crop sensor just to get you started, and then something with a really long focal range, something like a 16 to 300, like the Sigma 16 to 300, just to get you going. Is the Canon R7 and the Canon 100? The Canon 100 to 400 is shit. The R7 is legit, but that lens, there's a 100 to 400 EF lens that's really nice. Is the Canon EOS R with a 7200 f2.8 good for sports? Yeah. The Canon EOS R doesn't have the fastest shooting speed, but it's pretty legit. Chester, all right, bro. I'll catch you later, man. Let me know whenever you have something uploaded, man. Moving my setup into a new space today and got to do some rigging, maybe shoot a video. All right, my man. Yeah, let me know when you got a new video, bro. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's what, Saturday? I'm only going to be hanging out here for a little bit, and then I'm also going to be recording a YouTube video. I've been slipping on some content that I need to be making, but I finally got caught up on my personal work, and I'm in a good headspace. So I'm going to make a YouTube video tonight. Hola, amigo. Hello, amigo. How are you? Okay, thanks. Christian Healy Photography. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Anybody that's sharing photos, you got to be sharing your stuff on Instagram. By the way, if you guys aren't following on Instagram, make sure that you are. I have all of my links linked in my link in bio. You guys can see if you guys go to my profile page, which we should get it. I have a link in bio here. And here I have all of my links: Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Some of my personal projects, some of my personal things, but mostly content gear and stuff. You know, all I do is recommend gear to people. Antonio, how you doing? Is today the day, bro? What time is it? Is it 8? Oh shit, today's the video. Today's the video premiere, world premiere. I keep hitting it. I'm a dumbass. Last week I messaged you about problems with autofocus on the art. You did. I remember that. You were saying that the autofocus was weird, right? You said I figured it out, the AMMF button. I keep hitting it on the camera or on the lens. Bo Reynolds. I remember that conversation. And I kept saying, I was skeptical. I was like, there's no way that it should be different. It should be very similar. Thoughts on the T3i? Zero thoughts on the T3i. Yes, today's the world premiere. All right, it's at 8 o'clock, right? My time? What time is it now? Ah, shit. I probably, maybe we'll stay and watch it. I'll premiere it here. What are you talking about? Antonio is premiering his music video at 8 o'clock tonight on his YouTube channel. He has is it for Charades? You haven't made a music video for that Charades, right? Canon EF 100 to 400 L USM is what I was talking about. Was to you? Yeah, that lens is legit. I like that lens. Is it bad? It's not the T3i. It's not a very good. I wouldn't waste my money on it. This is for Charades. Bad. Yo, I'm excited. Is it gonna be like? I guess I have to wait and see, right? I guess I have to wait and see. No, Charades was legit, dude. I like that. I like that song. I like that song. I'm going to be making a YouTube video tonight too. It's going to be a quick one though, because I want to get on the bandwagon of, I want to jump on the wagon with all of the extra views. Thanks. You'll like, you said you had somebody film it with you, right? It wasn't just a static shot. Bro, that's all that it takes, man. That's why, you know, I tell you, like, just keep making them. Just keep making them, man. Because you got the visuals, down. Yeah, it's their first time filming and they did it by hand. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. Just to critique it from a, not necessarily a technical standpoint, but from a creative standpoint. A creator standpoint, I should say. Yeah, man, you can train anybody. You can train anybody. Holding a camera is not crazy difficult. It's not a cell phone, though. Definitely not a cell phone. Yo, this video over here, this is the video that I told you about, Andrew, that somebody bought a lens from. Which was fucking wild, dude. I don't think you can train anyone. I think you can train anybody. You can train anybody that's willing. There's a lot of morons, though. There's a lot of morons. Oh, yeah, Antonio, you were here at my stream yesterday. We hit 900 viewers at one point, bro. That was the first time that shit ever happened. Yeah, that was on my other channel, the gaming channel. So yeah, that was on the gaming channel. Got up to 500 and some change. So I bet you that if I did it again, even though the video is public, I could do that shit all over again and get to 1,000. But now when I sit down to go live, or when I have a couple of extra hours to like possibly go live, I kind of split my time. I'm like, should I do gaming tonight, or should I do my camera stuff? Yeah, and I usually just split my attention, and tonight I could do both, but I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go make a YouTube video for my channel. Cinematic film, what's up, buddy? I have never tried videography in real life. I should buy an FX5 as a beginner. Fuck yeah, bro, if you can afford it. Dude, you were gonna blow the fuck up when you start streaming GTA 6. I'm gonna be right there with you streaming, my man. Yeah, dude, let's ride the wave together, man. I think it's I don't mean to be like too melodramatic, but I think it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, dude. And like we might as well get up to bat. You know what I mean? We might as well like get up to fucking bat and see what we can do. I can afford the body. The lens are too much. Well, you don't have to buy everything at one time, man. Danny's asking, is it okay to shoot an auto? Hell yeah, Danny. Shoot whatever you want, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Bo Reynolds. So when you live stream on YouTube, you can just click go live, right? You have to schedule it. You can go live immediately, yeah. You don't have to schedule it. And if you do schedule it, you can schedule it for like right now. Bo Reynolds, are you thinking about going live? Schedule it is what I meant. Do you want to schedule it, or do you want to just go live? What kind of channel do you have, Bo Reynolds? You said you're a boomer. It's all good, bro. So, oh, dude, I've seen your stuff. Oh, hell yeah, I've seen your stuff, dude. Yeah, I've definitely... I watched this video. Look at this. I watched this video right here. Did I know I've seen you before. Yeah, I watched a couple of your videos before. You're putting in work, dude. Yeah, I've definitely seen your videos. Yeah, we got similar content, man.
There's a new sheriff in town, and he shoots at 15 millimeters f1.4. His name is Sheriff Sigma, and he is one sharp shooter. My name's Bo.
Is that the 12 millimeter?
And I know video.
Or the 15? I was thinking about getting the 15, but I decided not to.
Bo, what lens should I buy?
15? Yeah, I skipped the 15 because I own 4 of the 16 1.4s. 3, actually. I gave one away. I have 3 of them.
For my Canon.
So I was like, should I buy the 15? Do I really need it? And then I found out that the 12 millimeter came out, so I decided just to buy the 12 instead. Yeah, the 10 to 18 is fantastic. I use that all the time.
Sensor camera. I never even had to think about it. I always said the Sigma 16 millimeter f1.4. Done.
Yeah, I've made I own this lens 4 times. I've made this video, the 10 to 18 video, a bunch of times.
Conversation over. And I wasn't alone. That lens became the lens for crop sensor cameras. Canon, Sony, Fujifilm, Nikon.
Yep. Let's check out your views, dude. Oh, your views are legit, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. I would mention the lens in the title here. Um, this is all unsolicited, I know, but nah, bro, you got it, man. You just got to keep posting, bro. You got to keep posting. Yeah, you didn't ask for my help, so I'm not going to provide it unless I'm not going to provide unsolicited advice. Basically, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy. But no, your shit's legit, bro. I'd probably fix, if you are looking for tips, I'd probably fix this up top here. Make this the correct aspect ratio. That's just you being lazy. Respectfully, Bo. Not taking the time to fix, because it looks like you uploaded this in the wrong aspect ratio. And you're a radio personality. This is what I fucking love about YouTube, bro. This is what I love about YouTube, man. If you have some sort of world experience, dude, a radio personality and storyteller with 40 years of experience, phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal, bro. Yeah, phenomenal, dude. Yeah, you're gonna crush it. Just a matter of time, Bo. So did you answer? You said you were hitting the autofocus button. Was it on the camera or was it on the lens? How do I make the banner right? Chat made it. You just gotta tell it to. You just gotta tell it the proper aspect ratio. So if you go to your YouTube channel, analytics. Not analytics. You go to your YouTube studio or your YouTube channel. Find out whatever the find out what the aspect ratio is. So right here. So banner image. So give ChatGPT this aspect ratio. 20 by 48 by 1152. And what you got to do is you got to remember that the banner shows differently on TVs, on computers, and on mobile. This says right here 20 by 48 by 52. If you guys can see this right here. Oh shit, my bad. You guys aren't seeing my screen. So for the best results on all devices, use an image that's at least this. So it'll take some trial and error. Somebody in here is saying 25 by 60 by 1440, but you just got to tell it the aspect ratio that you want it to be. Do you do coaching? I was thinking about it, man. Most of the stuff here. So basically what I got going on is I don't have a community just yet, like for coaching and stuff, but I do have one-on-ones available if you're interested in that. And you can find it in my link in bio, Bo. If you go to my beacons, you can do like an AMA right here. So if you're on my YouTube channel, you can go to my link in bio, go to my beacons, and here we can do like an AMA session. And that's probably the extent of my coaching. And in there, you can feel free to ask me anything that you want about anything that you're having trouble with, or you're like, you know, the best use of this kind of thing right here, this AMA, is like if you come in, you as the person that's looking for the AMA session, write down some notes on what it is that you want to talk about, and we'll like go through it. And it's scheduled for 60 minutes, but I've done these several times, and anytime I've done it, I always go over just to try to make sure that everything gets answered, you know. So if I have extra time, there's not a hard stop unless I have another commitment, you know what I mean? So if you're interested in that, feel free to check it out. Yeah, if you're interested, you know, we can chill out. So here's the thing, Bo, and like why I don't pitch it is because I personally like try to give out as much as possible, you know, freely to everybody, generally speaking. But there are limitations to this kind of format here where I can't really dig deep into like personal things, and my attention is split because I'm doing a couple of different things. I'm talking to different people in chat. You know what I mean? So there's some value in that kind of thing. And Got lotion on my sensor. What do I do? Buy a sensor cleaning kit. And never do that ever again. What do you teach, coach? Like I said, I don't really coach anything, but I do have these offerings that are paid, that are one-on-one stuff. So like if anybody has any questions about content creation, video creation, lighting, setting up, I'm assuming Bo would have some questions about live streaming. I can look at his back end of his setup and, you know, troubleshoot any kind of issues that he may or may not have or shit like that, you know. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this since COVID, 6 years now, which I guess isn't a long time, but I've learned a lot of shit in that time, you know. There's like a fruit fly in here or something. Thinking of buying a cam for car cinematic. Any suggestions? Have done virtual car videography. What is virtual car videography? What is that? By the way, I see a couple people here on TikTok and on YouTube. If you guys are brand new here and haven't followed or subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Would really appreciate the support. Trying to get to 12,000 on my TikTok channel. I'm trying to get to 5,000 on my YouTube. So if you guys are brand new here, please consider following and subscribing. Look at my TikTok. You will see I'm not reviewing any TikToks, cinematic films. Do you have a YouTube channel? I'll take a look at your YouTube channel. Can you take a look at the Amaran Pano 120C? What about it? I think I know that. Is that a panel light? I think I know that light. I think. Anything Amaran makes is legit though. Yeah, these are nice, dude. Actually, I'm gonna go to Amazon. How much is the kit? Is the kit 2 of them? Is there 2 in here? Or is it just 1? It looks like it's just 1. The kit is just like the whole thing. If it's 2, this is a crazy price. If it's 1, that sounds about right. Huge panel light, yes sir. Well, it's not that huge. Wanting 2 new lights to set up a quinceañera dance floor. Nice. Not review it, just saying you will see what I mean, what virtual car photography is. You can just tell me. 1 in the kit of 120, the 60 has 2. Got it. These are expensive. Amaran, I love Amaran lights. I have a bunch of them. They're expensive. They're totally worth it though, but they are very expensive. They have a great app, dude. They have the best app in my opinion. Do I have any Amaran lights? I have a couple of Amaran tube lights in here. Yep. Seen any good movies lately? I've been watching some shows. Latest show that I've been watching is Lanterns. Is the new one out yet? What episode are we on? 2? Episode 2? And then Reacher. It's a huge panel compared. Yeah. Compared to your little guy, yeah. It's definitely bigger than that for sure. It's called virtual because it's been recorded in a video game. Got it. Camera monitor recommendations. I have a couple. I have them pinned in my link in bio. If you go to my link in bio, I have a Amazon cart. And in that Amazon cart, I have a bunch of, I have everything I recommend gear wise. I own all of this stuff. So I like the Viltrox DC550. That's like a really nice one. I did just get sent over another monitor that I'm going to make a video about. What monitor was that? I forget already. It was the Feel World monitor. Was it this one? I forget which one got sent to me. A Feel World monitor just got sent to me the other day, and I need to make a video about it. I think it's this one. Yeah, they sent me this one. This is a pretty, I haven't opened it yet, but this is pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. The one that I know that I like is the Viltrox DC550, the Pro. Pretty decent price too, not too bad. Is that tube behind you the pink? That is a Viltrox tube light. In this room, I have Viltrox and Zhiyun. I have a bunch of these. I have, this is the 1 foot ones. I have the 1 foot, 2 foot, and the 4 foot ones. And then that's it that I have for Amaran. Amaran sent these to me a while back. But the Amaran tube lights, they're very nice, dude. My friend has the inflatable tube light. Yeah, but those are, I mean, those are great for like fill and stuff like that. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to light an entire like dance floor. That's very different. An inflatable light isn't going to do that. Those panel lights though, 120C is, you should definitely go with the 120s though. Those are definitely strong enough to light something up. Charles, what wide lens would you recommend for cinematography? What camera do you have, Charles? Any monitor that are bare bones that same camera UI, or do I have to use some HDMI adapter thing? Camera monitors usually connect to the camera via HDMI. Sony A7C II. I like for wide angles, something like a 15 millimeter. 15 millimeter, yeah, a prime. Yeah. Make sure to look at full frame lenses since you have a full frame camera. $10 to $20. I don't know. Is the 10 to 20 f2.8 or do they have those as f4s? I sent the video I saw on Instagram of the 120C light up a house. Yeah, the 120C, those are definitely a lot more powerful for sure. That's what I was saying. Like, you know, tube lights and inflatable lights, those guys don't get to above like 20 watts. What brand? Depends on your budget, man. What is it that you're looking for? Like, do you want some cinema lenses? Cinema lenses are pretty expensive. Don't camera monitors have their own UI different from the camera? I mean, what you can do is some camera monitors and what camera do you have? It just depends on the camera. Because some camera monitors just hook up and then they just display whatever's on the camera screen. Shot by Hunter. I mean, let me ask you this, man. Are you seeing these lights be used in a long-term play, or do you just want them for this one job? If you can afford the 120, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you can afford the 120s, those will probably be the last panel lights that you ever fucking buy. If you buy the 60s, they'll be good, they'll be fine. But you'll probably need some more power in some part of your career later down the road. So basically, like if you want to future-proof yourself, go for the 120s. Are the 60s going to do the job? Probably in this one instance. In a year, 2 years from now, you're probably going to be wanting to get a couple more, or you'll be buying the 120s eventually just for extra power. So that's kind of like how I look at it. Like if you buy the two 120s right now, you probably won't buy anything else for like 5 to 10 years. Nikon Z30, nice. Yeah, so the Nikon Z30, the way, have you ever used the monitor before, Daw? What is the best lens for the R50V? I like the Sigma stuff, dude. The Sigma stuff is really nice. Also, there's a Tamron 17-70 right now, which is really nice. Yeah, going to future-proof with the 120s. Did a wedding this summer too, so need a light. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the 120s, dude, they come with the kit. They come with all the fixins. They come with everything. It's gonna be the last lights that you ever fucking need, dude, ever. Amaran is a really good brand too. So that's just my take on it, you know. Bro, I'm interested in your R7, but I'm in Ghana. Is it possible? Is what possible? Sony A7 Mark III still good in 2026? I've heard some people have some issues with some A7 Mark IIIs. The A7 Mark III, I'm not paying more than $1,000 for it. Would you recommend tripod or C-stands? So those lights are pretty light. So what I would be doing is I would be buying, where do I have them? I have them over here somewhere. If you go to my link in bio, bro, I have all the shit that I recommend. I recommend these things. If you want something a little bit heavier duty, these are really great. I mean, these are carbon fiber and they work really nice. They pack down really small. This is what I use for my lights. So whenever I'm doing like a one-man recording session, this is part of my kit. I do like 2 or 3 of these and they travel really nicely. They're $80. So I buy this for the lights themselves. And you can use them for other things too, but I like them just for the lights. And then if you want something a little bit more sturdy, then you can do C-stands. I love C-stands. My favorite C-stand that I have is actually not really a C-stand. It's kind of like this one. It has wheels on it, but this is a big boy. This is like a big guy with wheels and casters on it and shit like that. But whenever this lives in my house, I don't travel with this. Unless you have like a van and shit, like I travel light. I travel as small as possible. And this is what I like. These are pretty good too over here. Yeah, that's just what I use, part of my kit. Tripods would be too big. The problem with tripods, bro, is that the tripod, like, for you to get higher, the legs need to be like wider. Okay? With these things over here, why you don't want to use a tripod is that these stay wide down at the bottom. But then they get tall. So they don't take up a big of a footprint. Oh, make sure you get sandbags. You will need sandbags. And you don't got to get too fit. Sandbags are really inexpensive. You can find them. You can buy a bag of sand at your local store and then buy something like this for like $10. They're just the containers. So you can get something like this and then buy sandbags buy sand at the store or whatever for a couple dollars, and then you're good. Yeah, dude, exactly. Like sand, these are the kind of, listen, shots by Hunter, man. These are the kind of things that people overlook when they're just getting started, and then that's how they ruin $300 worth of gear. Like sandbags are really, really important. Shit to hold stuff down, counterweights and stuff, all that stuff is very important, dude. Especially when you're around people. And at a quinceañera or at a wedding, there's little kids running around and shit that like, haha, everything's fun and game until one of them bumps into him and drops your $300 light, you know? Exactly, dude. Exactly. Exactly. You're like, oh, he didn't mean it. The kid just spilled your camera or something like that, you know? But you definitely don't want that shit. Shots by Hunter, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel, bro? Make sure that you're subscribed, man. I got a lot of stuff over there that you might be interested in. Yeah, in the Keene City rules, I said no kids running around, but those kids were all still sprinting. Yeah, dude, exactly, dude. They don't give a fuck, dude. Little kids and adults drinking, it's like, you know, especially at like a Hispanic quinceañera, like a Latino party or whatever, there's always kids up till like midnight and shit, you know? That's just the way that goes. Yeah, also, bro, check out my if you haven't already, check out my Amazon page. That's linked in my bio. Here, bro, I have everything, man. $300 lights. Yeah, lights can get expensive, man. Oh, bro, you guys want to know what just came in the other day? You guys want to see what just came in? This brand just reached out to me recently. Check this out. They were supposed to send me 3 lights and only 2 came in so far. This is from Zhiyun. This is the Cine Pier, the budget version of a light. And then they sent me the big light. The Molis X100 Pro with some guy named Cam Mackey, whoever the fuck that guy is. What I did ask him for, though, Zhiyun, I asked them for 3 lights and I asked them for a discount code so that people that are on my YouTube channel can shop with them and get like whatever 10% off or whatever the fuck it is. So I got a couple light videos to make. Just dropped a sub on you got a YouTube channel? On YouTube channel I'll follow you. Holy shit, you're working with Cam Mackey. Is that somebody that I should know? I'm assuming he has a YouTube channel, right? Oh, look at this. Cam Mackey. 156. Definitely subbing to this guy. So let's see. Does he have any Zhiyun lights or anything? ZH. ZHIY. Oh, here it is. So this is the light that they sent me right here. He's the king of anamorphic, is he? I'll definitely sub. Yeah, this is it. I'm definitely not going to make a video that looks like this. Wow. Maybe I will make a video kind of like this. So anyways, this is the light that they sent me. So that should be pretty legit. That should be pretty legit. I'm trying to build a cine back for my E10 with some cheese plates. Your E10? I'm so pissed right now, man. I just drove to LA for a content creator event and it was bullshit. Why was it bullshit, bro? I'd be pissed too, dude. Yeah, still rocking the E10. What's an E10? I don't think I'm familiar with an E10. Is that a camera or something? Oh, a ZVE10. Got it. ZVE. I've never heard anybody call it an E10. Yeah, $700, $800. Like, in my opinion, this is it's not worth to buy. If you can, it's not worth to buy a brand new, in my opinion. Used? How much is it used? Holy shit, even used, it's still expensive, dude. No way. Thinking of sticking the APS-C to FX30 or full frame ZVE1. If you're gonna be doing more and more video, I would probably do the FX30 just because of the overheating issues. But it depends on how busy you are, man. Like if you want like a much better camera, you know, spec wise, I think I would do the ZVE1. But if you're gonna be doing like professional type of work, I would go with the FX30. DJI Osmo Pocket 4P, thumbs up, bro. Yeah, Best Buy went from $8.99 to $9.99 this month on the ZVE10. On the ZVE10 too, I assume. Yeah, it just depends on what you're trying to do moving forward, man. Like if you're thinking about like you know, taking this a little bit more seriously. No, the Mark 1. Oh, probably for the one with the kit. I'd assume, right? Probably the one with the lens. My ZVE10 has never overheated. Shot 5 hours on 110 weather. Last week, direct sunlight. What was your codec in? People that always complain about shit overheating, man, they're usually shooting in Jonathan Bartra. What's up, buddy? People that complain about overheating are usually people that are shooting in like 4K 60 and like crazy codecs and like crazy temperatures. Other than that, like I also have never had my camera overheat. But 4K 24, 4K 30 is pretty manageable nowadays. Yeah, 4K 30, you're gonna be fine all day long, dude. 4K 30, you're fine. 4K 120, 4K 60, that's when you're gonna run into trouble. But everybody wants 4K, fucking 4K 60, dude. 4K 24 for cinematic things. I mean, if you want to slow down footage, I'd be doing 4K 60. It just depends on the type of stuff that you want to create, man. Just depends. Most of my stuff that I film for YouTube, for social media, is 4K 30. But it depends on the type of work that you're doing, man. That's the thing, is like, you got to remember that everybody does different types of work. What might work for me and my setup isn't going to work for the next person. So you're with me on the FX30. I really like it, bro. Yeah, if I was you and I wanted to go to the next like professional level, and it isn't necessarily because of the active cooling, it's more about the dual SD card, the larger battery, the low light performance, all of the extra codecs. Yeah, the FX30 is legit, dude. Yep, exactly right. Exactly, it's a professional camera. It's a professional camera. And you'll still be able to you'll still be able to use all your other stuff. Your other lenses and shit, so. Yeah, exactly. Literally. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. I would probably stop buying APS-C lenses though if you were gonna go move to full frame. What's my opinion on your camera? What's your opinion on your camera? I appreciate your help, brother. I'll tap his. All right, bro. I appreciate you stopping in, man. I appreciate you stopping in. What's the difference between the Sony A7 IV and the Sony FX30? A lot, dude. The Sony FX30 is going to be an APS-C sensor cinema camera with active cooling. The A7 IV is a full frame hybrid camera. Yeah, well, what I'm saying is, like, you want to stop buying crop sensor lenses. You can still buy full frame lenses and stuff. My opinion is it's good, but if I had to go back in time, I would buy a full frame Sony camera. There you go. There you go. I had the R7. I sold it, and I also own that lens. I use that lens mostly on my R50V. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Future proofing is like, you got to think of the long, you know, not just 6 months to a year, but like 3-4 years from now, what are you going to be using? That's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. just went to Best Buy. I turned 50 into 1K in 5 hours, so I bought my ZVE10 same day. Didn't do bunch. Yeah, bro. That'll happen, man. That'll happen. Hi, newbie here. I want to start wildlife photography. What camera plus lens should I buy? Budget is 800. I'd probably buy 800 is pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. I would just buy the best you can afford, man, which isn't going to be very much. The problem is that wildlife for $800 is going to be really tough to get a decent lens, man. So I would just get started on like a Sony camera and then eventually buy like a long lens later on. I want to buy another camera for vlogging. I'm confused what to buy. Insta360 X or Luna Ultra? I'd probably get the Luna Ultra. Do I hate Canon? No. I do not hate Canon. Nope, nope. YouTube world, what's going on, YouTube world? Why Canon? Because it's number one. Because it's the best of the best. The best of the best with honors, sir. Thoughts on the Canon R6V? How does it compare to the FX30, FX3? It's cheaper. The R6V is $2,500. So I'd prefer the R6V. FX30 is nice though. FX3 is a proper camera. It's expensive though, dude. It's like $4,500. Yeah, it's just very, very expensive. Okay, I will save some more money. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Seriously though, I would just buy the best camera and then think about like a really long lens. Because the camera itself, when you're just getting started, isn't that important. It's better to focus on, in my opinion, on the type of glass that's needed for the type of work that you want to do or the type of photos that you want to take. That's a better option. And you can spend $1,200 on just a lens, not even a camera. Now, if you had 800 plus 1,200 for 2,000, now you can probably get something. This stuff is expensive, dude. This stuff is expensive. So I think a lot of people that are beginners really got to get over that. Like, this shit's a luxury, dude. This shit isn't a need. It's expensive. How can I imagine the shots that I will take on video for business/restaurant? I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know what that question means. How can I imagine the shots that I will take on video for business restaurant? I don't know what that means. How can I imagine? How do you imagine? Like a trippy ass question. How can you imagine? Is the R6V good for video? The R6V is a video camera, yes. I have a Sony A7R5. Nice, dude. Do you recommend selling it and buying an A7 IV? Not really. Why do you want to do that? SY. Sigh. Why on earth would you ever want to do that, Sigh? Jesus Christ. I guess the video. Do you want to do more video? Is that what's going on? An A7R5 is legit, dude. Unless you want to do more video. But if you wanted to do more video, I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like you want to do more video. But like, what are you doing that you need higher FPS? How will I shoot video for restaurant? What shots do I take? B-roll, menu. I mean, you could look at a YouTube video, bro, and take some tutorials. Sports and animal photography. The thing is, man, I don't know. I think I'd be going in the other direction, Sai. I would be going for the A7R6. I think the Sony A7R6 they killed it with that camera, dude. Sony, I'm not gonna even lie. I give Sony a lot of shit, but they killed it with the Sony A7R6, dude. This is the fucking camera, dude. Crazy expensive, but this is the direction that I would go. I think you're going backwards. Yeah. So you asked me a question, right? Would I trade in, if I had the A7R5, would I trade it for the A7 V? No. I would be going this direction. 67 megapixels, dude. Crazy. Yeah, I'd be going this way. Yeah, it's expensive, but that's what I would do. I wouldn't be going the other way. They killed it with this camera, dude. This shoots blackout free continuous up to 30 FPS. You can, what more do you want? 30 FPS, dude. Blackout free continuous up to 30 FPS. Fuck. Yeah, dude. You're going. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. You asked for it. That's what I would do. I would not be going the other way. You have a fantastic camera, dude. Best lens for high school football videography: A7 IV under 2000. I would be looking at a 100 to 500, or what is it? 150 to 600 that Sigma has. Under $2,000 is kind of limiting, dude. But that's what those lenses cost, bro. I would be looking at Sigma and Tamron and seeing what long lenses they have. What do they have? Like a 150 to 600? Best camera for podcasts and social media. If you're thinking about Sony, I would do a Sony ZV-E10 II. If you're thinking of Canon, I would do an R50V. Football, dude. Yeah, for football, for field sports, not just football, but for field sports, you need those really, really long lenses, broski. Yeah, you need those long lenses. That's just the way it is. What would be your setting full sun for horse pick? If I'm out in the sun, I'm definitely getting an ND filter. Yeah, definitely getting an ND filter. And the settings, I probably would be wide aperture, 2.8, 1.8, f2. Depending on what lens I have and what camera I have. And I would be shooting probably 1/500, 1/1000. And then I would like play around there. Canon R6 Mark II is legit. What's up, Chanda? How are you? Good to see you. Tamron 50 to 400 lens less than 1K. Sony A7R5. Should I buy the 7200? expensive for me, but I shoot cars and sports. The F4 is okay. F4 is fine on a full frame, but you're just gonna see some, you know, it'll slow down on you. It'll like be a little bit darker at like nighttime and stuff. That's the only time that you'll see it really. You just won't get as much separation. Ochana. R6V should be really good camera overall to bring for videography to the next level with the fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. I got it right here. R6V is it, man. Thank you so much for the do these lives. You got it, bro. Happy to help, Chanda. What's your favorite camera bag sling? If you're on YouTube, I have it linked in my linked in the chat, my Amazon storefront, and I have all of the bags that I own listed right there. So I have all my favorite slings. I own all of these sling bags. My favorite one to use is probably this one, the 13-liter Peter McKinnon bag. This one's nice. That one's really nice. Another one that I like is I think I have another one here somewhere. This one was really nice. It's not as big though, 7-liter, but they make bigger ones too. And then I have some from K&F Concept that I don't think I've put up here yet. And if I use flash with a big softbox, it kind of help. It might. Yeah, it might. Yeah, definitely might. For those of you guys that just joined on TikTok, if you guys haven't followed my account yet, please consider doing so. Trying to get up to 12,000 followers. Ochana, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Also, YouTube channel, Instagram, all the fun stuff. I got everything linked in my bio. If you guys go to my link in bio, I got all of my links to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram right there, as well as Amazon. If you would shoot a wedding with a Sony A7 IV, what two lenses would you use? I'd probably do a 24-70 at a 70-200 and I'd be done. If I could only take thank you for the finger heart. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, if I can only have two lenses, I would do a 24 or 28-70 or a 70-200. Or if I had unlimited money, I would do a 28-70 f2 and a 50-150 f2. If I had unlimited money, that's what I would buy. Mm-hmm. Thank you, man. Yeah, you got it. Of course. Happy to help. How many of you guys in the chat right now get paid for your work, photography or video work? How many of you guys are actually making money with your cameras? And is that a goal of yours? Or are you guys just fucking around with your cameras? Only visuals. What kind of work do you do? Only visuals? Photo, video, and then more specifically, what kind of stuff do you create? I got myself a new camera setup. Nice, Braden. Congratulations. GG's, Braden. What'd you get yourself? R3 with the 300. Woo! Wee, you killed it, bro. That's nice, dude. I have a Sony a7 IV and shoot video. Would you recommend me getting an R6V as a second camera? Probably not. I probably would get another Sony, dude. Yeah, I'd stay with Sony. If you prefer Sony, I would stick with Sony. Like a nice FX3. That's probably what I would get, an FX3. What do you prefer? 35? 35, bro. 50 is cool, but 35 is nice, dude. 35 is a legit focal length. I shoot short form content for clients, and other hustles is shooting public space content. Nice. Nice, nice. What kind of clients do you have? Restaurant? Business? What kind of business are you working with? How about 55 to 250 with IS or 70 to 300? I don't like either of those. Dalen, do you have any sauce how to get cheaper lens? Buy used. If you're in the United States, I would try MPB, KEH. But I only recommend people buy from reputable resellers. If you're going to go another route and buy private, I would only buy from people that you trust. Does quality change if you use an adapter? It can. When I'm using an adapter, I like to use first party adapters. But it's the only thing that I've seen people have trouble with is like the autofocus sometimes is not as like responsive. But oftentimes those people are using third party adapters is what I've noticed, because they're not made like by the same brand. So it doesn't mean that it's going to miss every time or that it's going to be terrible, but the people that have always complained about, hey, it's not working, or hey, this isn't the same, is when they're using third-party adapters. King, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Two minutes. Oh, let's watch it, dude. Let's see. Here it is. Notification is on. Antonio Mayer, Charades official viewing. Thumbs up. Did you link your CTAs and all that stuff? All right, here it is. Boom. What I would do, broski, is I would make this first link. You can keep this link, but I would make your first link go straight to Spotify or go straight to your player of choice. It's cool that these are all options, but you want to take these options away. You want to make it just go to the player. Go to your preferred place that you want them to experience it. And then at the bottom, have your link tree, your Tribly with all your stuff as another option. You want to take away options from people. You want to just, here it is, here's the song, here's how you listen to it. Or here's how you buy it, boom. Yeah, the rest of this is legit. What is this? Is this the same thing? Nice. Pinned comment. Legit. Yeah, it's a marketing thing, dude. I know that it sucks to do all these things, but trust me, dude, you'll get better results over time by doing these little tiny little things, man. I'm excited to watch this, man. I'm excited to watch. It says 8 though. Is it 8 o'clock? Oh, here it is. All right, music is starting. Let's do this. Premiere will begin August 28th, 8 p.m. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. It's late. World premiere. We are all here. If you need someone for visuals that will help you grow, hit me up. Okay, we got people soliciting. I have Canon R50. Should I go for the Sigma 18 to 50 or the new Tamron? I'd probably do the Tamron, bro. Is the Canon R50 good for newbies? For photos, yeah, hell yeah, dude. I like the R50. Yeah, the new Tamron 17 to 70 is on my bucket list, my wish list. It's a little bit lower on my wish list, though. What camera are you using? This is a Canon R8. You can record YouTube shorts with your current camera, though. Ten, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. I do like this song. I just want to know what you would do. Okay. If I invested all my time in you, would you return it back? I just want to see if you come through, cause now I'm putting my heart on. Love the edit. Tonight. And if this feeling is right, come, let's not waste no time. Look at the fit though. On the floor tonight, taking our time. Grooving all night, could do this for life. Is this your breaks or are you just trying to push it? Say what you think for, cause I just wanna take you home tonight, cause I can get you feeling right, alright, if that's alright. The shades are my favorite part, man. The shades are a vibe. I wish you would have done some push-ins and some pull-outs. This is the part that sticks in my head for the longest time.
Now for this next section, I'ma need all my sexy ladies and men to come out to the dance floor. Ladies, men, you ready? I'ma need you to repeat after me. Sing.
I like this with the car, and then the one where you're in between the trees. The one where the playground is your background is this scene and this scene right here. Killed it, bro. GG's, bro. GG's. Hell yeah. Solid, broski. Fuck yeah, man. That was legit. Yeah, that was legit. I like the song. Yeah, the song is catchy, dude. I do like the song. The song is legit. It's bum, ba-dum, bum. That shit sticks. Anytime I listen to that song, man, it gets caught in my stuck in my head for at least a couple of days afterwards. Next time more planning will happen. Yeah, I'm envisioning like some push-ins and some pull-outs. You walking towards the lens and stuff. I get it that it was all in so don't take this criticism as take it as constructive criticism and just some thought, because obviously hindsight is 2020, you know. I'm more happy that you actually created a music video for this than the actual thing, but because it exists now we can take a look at it, we can take notes on it, and we can improve for the next time, because that's how we get better, right? Is we get better by iterating off of what already exists. But the important part is that things need to exist for you to iterate off of, right? So you've created something, you've created a piece of work, a piece of art that now can be like, now it's left to the masses to either enjoy it, like it, or critique it. So it's fire, dude. And actually, that was some, I've decided I'm going to do a series of mini short films as my content for YouTube. Yeah, that's what I fucking told you, bro. That's what I told you. The only thing that I added to that idea was that it would be a cool tie-in for you to make these short films into little mini episodes of each of your songs, to make it into like a little short series. Short films, all of them that are about your each song, and then make those over and over and over and over again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right, dude. I had that idea for you months ago, bro. Months ago, with the spin of making it into your music. But all right, y'all, I gotta go film. Don't tell me I didn't give you that idea, Antonio. I'm gonna expect a credit. I'm gonna expect the credit at the end of just a small little slug that says inspired by TMV Visual Media. And when you make it big, be like, that was the guy. All right, y'all, I'm out. I'm gonna go record a YouTube video. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning for those of you guys that stuck around. God bless you. Adios.